we're going over the lumbosacral plexus. So lumbosacral plexus, the roots go from L1 to S4. And then L1 through L4 is going to be your lumbar plexus. S1 through S4 is going to be your sacral plexus. And then L4, L5 is going to be your lumbosacral trunk. Okay, and now we can draw out these roots. All right, so now first, L1 root branches out into 2, and now we can start making our diamonds. So L5, S1 come together, S1, S2 come together, S2, S3 come together, S3, S4 come together, and then we make our diamonds like this. We have 2 more roots coming out together to make our first 2 nerves. We have the pudendal nerve and the posterior femoral cutaneous. And now we can go over some of our divisions. So let's go over the posterior division, which we'll do in green. So we have 2 nerves here in the posterior division. We have the iliohypogastric, and then we have the ilioinguinal, L2 and L3 come together like this, and this forms the lateral femoral cutaneous. Okay. Now L2, L3, and L4 come together, and this forms our femoral nerve. And then we have L4, L5, and S1 come together. That forms our superior gluteal nerve. And then off this diamond here, we have our inferior gluteal nerve. So now listing some of the roots for these. The femoral nerve is L2 through L4. Superior gluteal is L4 S through S1. And then inferior gluteal is L5 through S2. Over here, we also have some more of the posterior division. S1 and S2 come together here to form nerve to piriformis. And then off of L4 here, we have the common fibular. And then this also L5, S1, and S2. So nerve to piriformis is S1, S2. And then common fibular is L4 through S2. Common fibular turns into both the superficial fibular and the deep fibular. Okay, now let's start going over the anterior division in blue. L1 and L2 come together here to form the genitofemoral nerve. L2, L3, and L4 come together here to form the obturator nerve. L4 through S1 come together here to form the nerve to quadratus femoris. And then L5 through S2 come together here to form the nerve to obturator internus. And then lastly, we have our tibial nerve. So that is L4 through S3. All right, so let's write those roots. We have L1, L2 through L4. This is L4 through S1, L5 through S2, and then tibial is L4 through S3. Okay. And now let's go over some of what these all innervate. So a lot of these nerves don't really innervate anything we care about, like this one, and 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 this one. We don't really care about them. They don't innervate anything we care about. However, femoral compartment innervates the anterior femoral compartment. So like your quad area. Superior gluteal nerve innervates gluteus medius, gluteus minimus, and your tensor fasciae latae. Inferior gluteal nerve innervates gluteus maximus. Nerve to piriformis obviously innervates piriformis. Nerve to obturator internus innervates obturator internus and gemellus superior. Nerve to quadratus femoris innervates quadratus femoris and gemellus inferior. Obturator nerve innervates the medial femoral compartment, and it innervates pectineus, and it innervates obturator externus. Genitofemoral doesn't innervate anything we care about. Tibial innervates the posterior femoral compartment. So stuff that is in that is your biceps femoris, the long head, your semitendinosus, and your semimembranosus. And it also innervates your posterior sural region. Common fibular, before it branches into your superior and superficial and deep fibular, it innervates your biceps femoris short head. Superficial fibular innervates the lateral crural region. And then deep fibular innervates the anterior crural region. And then lastly, tibial and common fibular nerve form your sciatic nerve. I think that is everything.